Hey guys, it's Kevin here. I want to do another tutorial. This is for the Mishimas and well, Jin Kazama as well, but mainly for the Mishimas. How to do Electric Wind God Fist and Perfect Electric Wind God Fist. You've always seen people, they try to do it, but it's like the electric is not coming out. You're trying so hard. And then you see pros just doing electrics. So how do you do that? Well, I'm pretty sure pros know how to do it manually by hand, but there's actually a secret trick that's for pad players. So this is exclusively for pad players. Stick players, you can adapt to these instructions with your own button configuration, but for the most part, it's more convenient for pad players to learn this tip. Okay, so first thing we need to know is how to do the Electric Wind God Fist. In Jin's case, Electric Wind Hook Fist. See if I can find it. There it is. Electric Wind Hook Fist or Electric Wind God Fist is this motion. It's like a Shoryuken motion that you know from Street Fighter. It's forward, the star is neutral, so put your arrows into neutral. Down, forward, and then 2. For electric, it specifies to press simultaneously, meaning you have to have very good timing and all that stuff. But here's the thing. We don't have very good timing, especially if you're a beginner or an intermediate player, just like me. So you're doing the wind hook fist, but not the electric. Well, if you learn this little tip, you could do electric wind hook fist. See? I'm a beginner, guys. I'm like intermediate, and I'm doing this like almost flawlessly with almost 100% consistency, so it will work for you. First thing you have to make sure is to get used to the motion. You know, forward, neutral, then down, and down, forward. After that, you're going to want to go to your controller setup. This is for pad players. This is to help you out a little bit. We're on the PS4 version, so I'm going to be using the PS4 notation. Your right punch is on your triangle, and over here's the most important part. Your 2 plus 3 should be on one of your shoulder buttons. One of your shoulder buttons. For me, I have it on L1 and stuff like that. So your L1, basically what it's doing is, it's kind of like, I guess, prematurely pressing the button, pressing the input for you, and that's how it gets out. That's how the electric wind hook fist gets out. Let's put that back. There we go. So that's your controller setup for you pad players out there. Now you could try it by pressing the 2 plus 1 input, but it works, but it's not very consistent. We're not there yet. It still feels off just a little bit. That's where the second tip comes into play. Pressing L1, that's how I have it. I have my 2 plus 3 on L1. Press L1 and triangle at the same time so that you get multiple input chances for the electric wind hook fist, and the electric will come out. See? Keyword, almost consistently. It's not going to be 100% of the time, but it's a lot better than trying to do it manually with just the 2. Oops. There you go. Almost consistent. This is an almost guaranteed way of getting out your electrics. Um, the same, you could do combos with this as well. Like, you could do, let's say I want to do a counter hit. Make sure make sure he's not guarding and stuff like that. Oops. Come on. Stuff like that. There we go. See? You have to be very patient because I just learned this. There we go. So you could, that could be a starter. It's not recommended. It's not really optimal. Another thing you could do is this, where you do a launcher. Hang on. Boom. Stuff like that. You could try, let's see. Oops. I'm trying to see if I could do something. Hang on. Interesting. Let's try. Oh, almost had it. There's a lot of things you could do. Yeah. Let's switch characters. This does not only work for Jin, this works for Heihachi and Kazuya as well. Oh, and Devil Jin. I haven't tried Devil Jin though, but I have tried Kazuya and Heihachi. Let's go with Heihachi, since I do play as Heihachi. This method works, guys. It really does. It will. If you use this method, you have like maybe 85 to 90% chance of actually landing, having the electric come out. Like I said, you're trying to do the electric, but it's not coming out. See? The wind god fist is coming out, but the electric wind god fist is not. But if you do the method I just showed you, see? Almost guaranteed. Of course, there's something you should know. Just because that this is no thanks. This is just because this is one of the methods that will have you do it with more chance of it coming out. That does not mean that you shouldn't practice your execution. You should practice your execution. You should practice your motion. That's the key thing. If you are decent or pretty good with your motions and your execution, this method will help you out tremendously, and you will get it down almost 100% of the time, 85 to 90%. So let's see if I could do a combo with Heihachi. Oops. There's one. There's another one where instead of doing this as a combo ender, you could just do that. So let's see if I could do it. Oops. Come on. There we go. No! That one's a pretty hard one because I have to do another input like this. But you get the idea. Oops. Come on. It's not coming out. Oh, I'm pressing 4 instead of 3. There we go. Something like that. Let's try Kazuya. I don't play Kazuya, but I did try to see if it would work on, if this would work on Kazuya, this method, and it does. In fact, I believe Kazuya is the easiest character to practice electric when God Fist. And I think because of the low difficulty, his electric wind god fist is almost the majority. It's almost exactly what you need to know if you want to play Kazuya. Instead of doing let me go back to the move list. Where is it? There it is. So instead of doing that motion input where you do the forward, neutral, down, down, forward, into 2, you can actually just negate all those things and just go forward and down forward. It's actually, surprisingly, it's actually very hard for me to do it that way. It's actually very hard for me to do it that way. So I'm gonna go back to the original motion control, which is what you see on the screen right there. So again, you're trying to do the electric wind god fist, but it's just not coming out. But if you do the method I showed you, putting 2 plus 3 into one of your shoulder buttons, and you press that at the same time you press your 2 input, then you'll get better results. Cool. Pretty cool. Something like that. Let's see if I could try combo with Kazuya. Oops. Let me see. No. That's one. That's like the only one I know. But you get the idea. Yeah, guys, I'm not that great at this game, okay? This is like a simple tip. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. Trust me. So that's basically it. I could go to Double Jin. Yeah, let's try Double Jin. I haven't tried Double Jin yet, so let's see. So we have Double Jin again, trying to do the thing. Can't do it. Can't do it the manual way. So let's just do it with the tip I just showed you. Ooh. There we go. Cool. Come on. Yeah, very consistent. Pretty consistent. A lot more consistent than me actually trying to do it the manual way. So, yeah, and Double Jin is actually pretty hard to do the electrics. He's actually pretty hard. I had a harder time doing Double Jin than Heihachi and Jin. So yeah, and I believe I think Heihachi is harder aside from Double Jin, because if you do it wrong, then Heihachi will do a special move where he punches the ground. So yeah, I felt like that was like Heihachi is a little harder than Jin, but I think Jin is pretty easy. Jin's electric wind hook fist is pretty easy to get down, especially if you use this method. But I think that's going to be it. That was my guide on how to do an electric wind god fist a lot more easily. To recap, if you're at the end of the video and you're trying to skip to the end, to recap, what I did was I have my right punch, which is 2, and I have my left kick and right punch, which is 2 plus 3. I have that assigned onto one of my shoulder buttons. When I have that assigned to my shoulder buttons, I do the electric wind god fist by pressing both the shoulder button and 2 at the same time. And you tend to get better results. It's not 100% consistent. It's not like the magic pill. You still have to work on your executions and whatnot, but it is an easier route that you could take if you want to utilize your electrics a lot more. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.